it comes to marketing your business in today's digital world, video is key. And my next guest understands video SEO. David B. Wright is the president of W3 Group Marketing. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, we're glad to have you. David, you've been doing marketing for a while. What was your passion? What got you into marketing?
Well, initially, I self-published my first book, which somewhat ironically was called Get a Job. And of course, as a self-published author, all the marketing was up to me. So I had learned things about search engine optimization, getting found on Google, and so on. And the next thing I knew, I was #1 on Yahoo for Get a Job book out of over 1 billion results. Then Bing and then Google. And then gradually it dawned on me that maybe I should start offering this as a service to business owners who desperately need to get found by more clients, as opposed to trying to sell a premium price book to a mostly unemployed job seeker market.
I tell you, that is such the entrepreneur way. You rolled up your sleeves and you didn't let that be an obstacle, right? You just figured it out, and you figured it out so well that now you're coaching other people. That's awesome. So video marketing, we say it's key today. Why is video more important as far as a marketing strategy today than even 5 years ago?
Well, for one thing, a lot of people prefer to watch and listen at the same time as opposed to reading, and video grabs the eye a lot more. If you search Google and you see the results that show up on the first page, if there's a video thumbnail there, that's going to grab your attention more so than a lot of the higher ranking results that are just text.
It doesn't hurt the fact that Google purchased YouTube, right?
Absolutely. They're constantly looking for new content, and that's one of the reasons why you can use YouTube to rank ridiculously fast on Google.
Let's talk about some practical tips, because video is something that came natural to you, but it doesn't come natural to a lot of people. So if you were to give kind of 1 or 2 practical tips on how to create a good video, what would you offer?
Well, for one, the video doesn't necessarily have to be you. I'm about to publish a book soon that includes roughly 70 different types of videos that a business can use to market themselves, and a lot of those don't feature your face at all. So if you're camera shy, not a problem.
That's interesting. But not all content's created equal. So
That's true.
Is there a recipe for good content?
For one, solve a problem or show how you solve a problem, at least address the problem that you can solve, and then showcase why you're the obvious choice as far as being the one to solve that problem.
No, that makes sense. I mean, you kind of think of the psychology of why people are even doing a search engine to find you. They've got a problem they're trying to solve. And so a lot of that, there's also metadata. There's so many things that goes into it, but metadata is key when you talk about SEO, how to find your video, right?
Right. The 3 most important things when optimizing a YouTube video for Google, we'll use one specific example here, are the title of the video itself, the description, and the tags. Tags are basically your meta keywords, but those actually do help, even though they're not quite as important in the rankings on Google as a whole anymore. But with videos, it really is.
Now, Google
so make sure you've got your primary keyword in each of those areas,
right,
and ideally a few times.
Now that makes sense. And of course, Google is the 800-pound gorilla. I think they own over 75% of the search engine marketing share. Is that right?
I think it's closer to 80-something% now.
Makes sense. Keeps getting higher. A lot of people don't know that Facebook ranks #2. So do you help clients with social media videos as well?
Absolutely. We're a full-service marketing agency, so we can help with any marketing strategy you want to implement, and ideally coordinating those together in an integrated manner so that they achieve more of a multiplier effect. So that way you can get 1 + 1 = not just 2 or 3, but 5 maybe or more.
And for social media, is it about engagements, or is it about results on the end, or kind of a combination of both?
Combination of both, but really what it all boils down to is results in the end. If it doesn't impact your revenues, if it doesn't increase your bottom line, then what's the point? You can rank on Google for your own name pretty easily typically, but that's really what's more known as ego surfing or ego ranking.
I 100% agree with you, David. We talk about on this show, don't necessarily follow the social trends. You can have a great looking cat video, or what did we have this time last year? We all had Bernie Sanders wearing his mitts in different chairs, but
Right.
that doesn't necessarily equal more business for yourself, does it?
No, but if you can figure out a clever way to piggyback on hot news stories or trending topics, then and be able to tie that into your business and get found that way, then that can help grow your business as well.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Tell me some of your success stories, some of the clients you've worked with, and how you've been able to help them grow their business.
Well, one client, company called Athena Wireless, was acquired by Google a few years ago, and we worked with them basically from startup to acquisition. And they told me that they were happy that not only I helped them get noticed by Google in the first place, but also helped increase their revenues so they got a higher valuation when they sold.
That's a good thing.
Another client went from 2 locations to 4 in 1 year. Another client tripled their sales within 3 months, which is pretty amazing, but we've done it multiple times. So it's a lot of fun seeing that happening.
It is fun, David. And is that the rewarding part of your job, being able to help small businesses like you do?
I'm a big believer in helping the local communities, and helping small businesses is like helping families. In most cases, it's exactly that.
And most of them don't know. I mean, they're not marketers like yourself, so they definitely can use your service. Walk me through the process. So if I were to come in the door and you look at our business, what's sort of the first step that you go through in helping out your clients?
The first thing I do is I seek to better understand your business, what you offer, why it's unique or different or better, and who your ideal client, patient, or customer is. The better I understand your business, the better I can recommend the best strategies and implement them to help you the most.
Does all social media work for everybody? I mean, if I'm a business, do I have to have an Instagram, a Snapchat, a LinkedIn? Do I have to have everything?
Not necessarily. It really depends on where your market hangs out. If your ideal customer is lower in the age range and skews lower in the demographics, they're probably more likely to use Instagram than Facebook. If you're selling something like cat toys, you're probably not going to find much of your market on LinkedIn, or at least they're not going to be looking for what you're selling there. So pick and choose wisely and figure out which one really works, and of course test and measure. And by looking through the analytics and so on, you'll be able to determine where a lot of more of your traffic comes from. And through setting up goals, you'll be able to see what actually brings you the most conversions and the most impact on your bottom line.
Digital marketing. Yeah, absolutely. And digital marketing is way more affordable, I think, than most people realize, right?
It can be, yeah. There's a lot of things that can be done remarkably inexpensively. For example, one of the most underutilized tools that a lot of businesses don't use well enough is Google My Business. That's what helps you show up on Google Maps. And I had one client, a luxury car dealership, started getting 2,200 visitors a month just from their Google My Business profile to their website.
That's so true, and it's
free. 1% of those buys, then yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's free to set up, and another tip to that, David, as you well know, is you may have your business already out there in Google My Business unclaimed. People may be reviewing or leaving comments, and they could be saying something negative and or positive about your business, and you have no idea, right?
Absolutely. And reviews are worth their weight in gold.
Well, particularly now in the
third-party
digital
credibility.
world. Yeah, absolutely. David B. Wright, man, that's such a good service that you're providing. If someone is watching and they want to know more about how to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can reach you?
You can reach me at w3groupmarketing.com, or if you know you need help now, you can book a time on my calendar at w3g.biz. Make sure that's really, really short so it's easy to use.
That's
and
awesome.
My phone number is, our office number is 404-669-6682.
Thank you so much, David. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. It's David B. Wright, and you need to be marketing your business using video. You're watching All In. We'll be back right after this.